welcome to G0 Sports. I'm your guy, Almighty Mac, and today we're going to talk about Andy Dalton and his potential with the Cowboys coming up in the 2020 season, baby. Okay, now look, Andy Dalton comes up out of TCU, which he made a lot of noise at TCU, okay? They were highly ranked, and he put up a lot of stats, okay? 6'2", 220, all right? Now, the problem is with Andy Dalton, his game didn't really transition too good in the NFL. And he literally damn near had an all-star team every season. He just was never able to get the job done. Now, this raises the question, is it bad coaching that he had? Or being with a bad organization? Or was it bad play? What do you think? My honest thoughts about it is Andy Dalton just couldn't get it done. And plus, he was a product of basically a lower than average organization. Let's just put it that way. Okay, Carson Palmer retired to get the hell away from the Bengals. All right, Corey Dillon couldn't wait to get away from the Bengals. And if you don't know who Corey Dillon is, I suggest you look him up because he's one of the best running backs of all time. In my eyes, he was one of the most productive. Let's go back to thinking about the different playmakers that he had with him, okay? He always had A.J. Green. He always had Tyler Eifert. Okay, let's think about it. He had John Ross. He had T.J. Houshmandzadeh. Now let's look at this. Let's look at this whole situation. Last year, Andy Dalton threw for 3,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. All right, he was ranked 29th in touchdowns in the NFL. And check this out. See, this is what I waited for, was his QBR rating. Are y'all ready? If you haven't looked it up, it's 40.1. I want you to let that sink in. A guy that has A.J. Green on the field, Giovanni Bernard in the backfield, Tyler Eifert at tight end. Now, we can blame it on the offensive line, but we watched Andy Dalton play. He overthrows a lot of players. He underthrows a lot of players. He makes a lot of bad passes. He makes a lot of bad moves on the run and under pressure. Okay, so when we're looking at Andy Dalton, now you have the Cowboys, which raises my question of what more do you need to win a playoff game? You had an all-star team. You had all the playmakers to go with it, but you still couldn't get it done. Now comes a certain thing where it kind of becomes tricky because we don't know how good Andy Dalton is. We already know him with the Bengals was not good, but him with Mike McCarthy has been yet to be seen. So now with Dak Prescott's contract situation, Dak Prescott is now on a slippery slope because Mike McCarthy's offense is a high-powered offense. You've seen what Aaron Rodgers did with that offense. He's going to implement that in Dallas. So Dak, if you let Andy Dalton get the chance to become the main student in this offense, you're going to lose badly. And at the end of the day, when we're watching Dak Prescott, he's on his way to transition into greatness. But that can happen with this coach. We watched what he did with Aaron Rodgers, okay? So now with Andy Dalton, you just never know. But we know what Mike McCarthy could possibly do with Dak Prescott. They can be great, you know? So if Dak Prescott plays the game the wrong way and Andy Dalton becomes the main student, we know the productivity will follow, all right? Let me know what you think. Drop a comment, leave a like. I am Almighty Mac, and this is G0 Sports, baby, and I'm out.